Okay, we are live for this week live number 16. Hello, Foxy Demon. Thanks for joining. We are live for this live number 16, all the weekly updates. I'm just tagging it in the Discord as we speak. Hello, Foxy. Thanks for there with the link. Okay, this should be good. Hello, Matthias. Yeah, early today. Yeah, it should be 12 p.m. I guess in France. I'm not sure where you guys are based. Let me know in the comments, by the way, where you're right now, if you're in Europe or somewhere else in the world. Hello, Brinties. Thanks for joining. Hello, everyone. I will just wait a few minutes for all the people from the lobby community to come and join us before we start with the weekly updates. Let me know, guys. Foxy, Matthias, Brinties, where are you all based? Where are you currently? In the meantime, let's just see what topics we're going to cover today. So first we have news, obviously, from the game. We have 120 new levels for 2 weeks now. It's been 2 weeks since the last release, or a week and a half around. So the feedback from the community was great, which is really good. Thanks, thank you very much for these guys. We've been building for a lot of time all summer, so it was so cool to be able to share with you and for you to actually see what we've been working for so long. Because I guess the changes were not that obvious and not that easy to see for you. Living in Korea from Canada and at work now, so good to go. Well, have a nice day at work, and yeah, thanks to you for this from Korea and Korea from Canada. Okay, whoa, you've been traveling a lot. That's nice. That's nice. Have a nice day if you have to go. Um, so yeah, lovely. Great to see all the feedbacks from the community for the new game. We have also new levels coming very soon on November 4th. So this Monday actually. Just 4 days to go before the new levels. It will be 20 new levels, but also new updates on the current levels. So we have 120 levels currently, which will be updated. The whole DM team has been working on analyzing all the data and improving all the levels, as you guys can guess, to have the most let's say fun and satisfying game. So this is all about like analyzing data, seeing how we can improve all the different elements, the gameplay, the tree planting system as well. We've had a lot of feedback from you, all of you, on Discord and on Twitter as well. So thank you for this. It's allowing us to really improve the game also. So yeah, 120 levels improvements. From now on, it will be 20 new levels every 2 weeks. So yeah, much more regular updates. To only keep player engaged in the game, but also try to, with each release, get more feedback and improve the game even more. So then we can have a really good retention, because that's the end goal, to have every new player embodying the game, staying in the game for long term. This is how we can onboard a lot of people and keep them in the community. So that's the real end goal, let's say. This is why we are analyzing all the data from the game with each new release. So it's obviously also helping us to have feedback from the community on each new level. Hello, Com team. Thanks for joining. It's also nice to have feedback from the community on each new level, because as we improve each of them, we have a more precise idea of how we have to do it for the next release as well. So yeah, all this is coming by itself together. So that's really nice to see. I think we have also had a lot of feedback from a few bugs the community had seen, but we've improved all of them. So in the next release, there will be a lot more fluid for the gameplay. And we have also obviously news from Tentris Coffee. So the new brand, the new coffee brand we're launching in November. We've been working, you guys already know it, but we've been working on tasting and selecting the best possible coffees. It really aligns with what we want to do, because we're planting 3 coffees in Madagascar as well. So it's, let's say, a good way to have the community understand what we're doing and tasting really all the different things. And yeah, like being able to participate in our mission, because we have a very big audience on Instagram now with over 100,000 followers. So that's really nice. We're getting close to 1 million actually. I think we have like 910,000 followers. So step by step, it's growing. And yeah, so for the Tentris Coffee, we've been working on refining the packaging this week. That's the very important step, because obviously it is the first thing people will see. So the first impression they will have from our brand. This is where we have to make a real impact on the customer experience. That's very important. And obviously also the website. That's the first impression the client is going to get when ordering the coffee. So obviously it's an important part as well. And all this is finally coming together. So the orders are going to be available quite soon. I will let you know in the Discord, of course, the exact date as soon as I have it. But it's coming quite soon in November. And we'll actually have quite a lot of big news coming in November and December, because we'll have all the new levels in the game. Tentris Coffee, not only giving us the ability to have the community participate even more in what we do, but also diversifying our revenues, because we obviously have the game, but the goal is to diversify and increase our revenue sources. So hello Srihan, thanks for joining. So yeah, lots of news on this part as well. We've been working on refining everything with the different partners we have, from Colombia, where the coffee is grown and harvested, and then all the way to France with the sailboat. So our partner, who is basically transporting the coffee and then delivering it in France. We're working with family businesses, let's say, which align more with what we want to do. Let's say the ecological impact we want to have the lowest possible, obviously. And yeah, all a big part of the revenues from this will go to our tree planting partner in Madagascar. So yeah, as you know, we've been there in July. We could see the work and the involvement they're putting in this tree plantation. That's really, really impressive and great to see. So we want to help them the most as much as possible, of course. And Tentris Coffee will be part of this. So the revenues from this will go to our partner in Madagascar, and not only helping them plant more trees, but also diversify the tree plantations. So for the moment we have one, but maybe we can expand this one, that's also the goal, to expand this one and have new partners as we grow. So yeah, that's really the long-term goal of this. Tempus Coffee is a part of this, and MLC integration in game will also play a big role in this. It will be coming soon. Should be by the end of the year. So it will be like a lot of news and a lot of updates all at once, let's say. So yeah, we're really excited to share all this with you. I will, of course, being communicated about this to create momentum on social networks, because that's also how it works. You build momentum before, and then you release all the updates. So that's what we're working on right now. I don't know if you guys have questions. Obviously, don't hesitate to ask them in the chat. The goal is to give you all the updates, but also answer your questions. And also feedbacks, of course. If you have some, we're always seeking feedbacks from the community, because that's like, you are the one closest to what we do and our everyday tasks. That's also what we try to give you more and more transparency on in the Discord, with the updates we've been adding since like 2 or 3 weeks now. And the goal is really to keep you informed about everything that's happening on an everyday basis, behind the scenes, let's say, within the project. So don't hesitate, let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, so yeah, Tempus Coffee, the game, Instagram. So obviously we keep producing more and more videos for Instagram. The road is long to 1 million followers, of course, but I guess that's the big step and the most important ones, because once we reach this milestone, it will be only easier and easier to grow more and more. So yeah, that's the first, let's say. Obviously, as we grow it, we'll also be able to reach more and more people, not only for Tempus Coffee, but also for the game, because that's the end goal, to communicate about the game to as many people as possible and have them join the game. That's why we're working on having the best possible game, of course. We have a question from Matthias. Will MLC integration still happen in December? So it should be, yeah. I will give you more updates as soon as I have a precise date. It should be by the end of the year. I guess we'll do it in, iterations as well, meaning that, of course, the goal is to have it integrated as soon as possible. We obviously want to have a great game before we do it, because that's how you give a real utility to the token. Make sure you have a great game in which people are coming and staying to play. And once you've done it, you can integrate the token in a way that's actually useful for players, that will have them and incentivize them to use the token and buy the token. The goal on the long term is obviously to have MLC as the main currency of the game. And Matthias, to answer your question, it should be happening in December. If not December, very early 2025, but I will give you guys the date on the precise date on first Discord and then Twitter as soon as we have it. It's all a question of, let's say, game improvement and players retention. That's the main focus right now we have. But definitely, I totally get your question, Matthias, because we've been talking about it for a long time now, and that's kind of a key step in having more volume and more people onboarding MLC. More volume meaning obviously more buying pressure, which is a key thing on the long term, that's for sure. So that's the next big step we have to work on. And yeah, as soon as I have more precise updates and news and specific details about it, I will share it with you guys, that's for sure. Right now, the focus is fully on new levels in the game, and once we have those new levels in the good way in running, then we will integrate the token in the game as soon as we can. Obviously, know that the market is could be going up again quite soon, So that's obviously something we're looking for, we're looking at, because obviously there's like a momentum going on, so we have to, unbolt this momentum as it grows. I think we're actually on the right, let's say, following the right calendar for this, because the market rising again will quite coincide, I guess, with MLC token integration. So yeah. Will a percentage of profits from the Dentist Coffee go directly to purchasing MLC? That's a good question. I'm not sure the sales from. I'm not sure this is right now the first focus. That's definitely a great question. I will suggest it to the team. For the moment, Dentist Coffee is mostly for tree planting and financing the team, of course, because the goal, like the real goal, is of course to be cost effective. For the company, for the long run. We have a great team, which like we really have the best people to develop this game. And then, we want to keep that team and grow it. So the first thing, the first like let's say priorities are tree planting and the team. As we grow Tentris Coffee, we will focus on these first two. But then if we can grow it and it works well, which obviously we're putting all our effort in, this could be a great idea to have buyback of MLC from the sales of Tentris Coffee. Definitely, I will forward it to the team. Thanks for the feedback, Matthias, and the idea. All right, guys. I don't know if you have other questions. Other questions, yeah. For MLC in game, the goal is also to work on the best way to have it seamlessly integrated. Why is that? Because a lot of people onboarding our game are from Web2. They're not like Web3 used, like they're not already in the Web3 ecosystem. So they don't really know don't necessarily know how to use crypto. And of course, the goal is for them to not even have to know how to use it, but just to be able to purchase it by card within the game in like 3 clicks. So it's obviously something we're working on as well, thinking about how to integrate the token MLC within the game in the best possible way, because it first has to have a real utility, but also needs to be integrated in a way that's really seamless for people. Like they have to know, obviously, they're buying MLC. We'll still have to figure out about the crypto thing in the game, but they obviously shouldn't have to like connect on crazy platforms or like use complicated things. So that's obviously a focus we have also. How do we integrate it in the the easiest possible way to use? That's the focus we have for email integration again. But we're working on all this with the same team, because they will be the one developing the game and this part of the game, but also the Web3 team, Web3 part of the team, let's say. To think about all topics, because we have to think about how to do it the best possible way before implementing it, as it will be definitely a big step in the coming month. Pensez-vous à une possibilité d'acheter le Tentris? That's a good to be mostly in Europe, I think. But I would say it will be mostly euros. I'm just like thinking out loud here, but I would say that maybe one of the issues with this would be if you buy with MLC, that means selling MLC, and it would be selling pressure and not buying pressure, which I'm not sure would be good for the token. I don't want to say wrong things here, but just thinking out loud, that's how I would perceive it. So I, I would say that would be a great way to promote the token, but we have to make sure that it's good for the token before implementing this. And not if we do this, it would need not to be thing to think about for the users and for the clients. So yeah, I will of course suggest it to the team as well, but I would say it will be most likely in euros for the moment at the beginning, at least. Okay, it's been a bit more than 20 minutes now. I think we covered the main news for this week. Um, I will also try to give you guys some more visuals from the release coming on Monday, 20 new levels with new elements, improvements on the triple systems and many things. So I will try to give you updates and visual updates, visual elements about this on the Discord as well. The goal is to keep you updated as much as possible on what's happening and what we're working on. Um, and yeah, well, unless you have one or two more questions, I would be happy to answer them. Otherwise, we can close, I think, this weekly live. Again, guys, there are like many things happening behind the scenes, like a lot of content creation, a lot of let's say thinking behind the content creation, brainstorming, updates on the game, um, customer support as well on many different topics. But that's all, I would say, not the most important things. So the goal of these weekly lives are to share with you the most important things, like the things that actually have us move forward most. So yeah, that's why we're trying to focus on the main topics. We don't want to give you guys like crazy amounts of information which you wouldn't necessarily know what to do with it, but just like the most important things we're working on at the moment. That's what we want to do on Discord as well, and in the weekly notebook, the weekly newsletter. So yeah, guys, if you have no more questions, I think we can close the weekly live for today. Thank you all for listening. Foxy Matthias, Brenties, Kong, Siraha, Kings as well. Thanks for joining, guys. I see we have actually people from both YouTube and Twitter, so that's really nice to see. Thank you all for joining. See you on Discord and see you next week for the next weekly live. Bye, guys.